This recording is going to explain how to calculate the values in the forecasting window that we are kind of looking for here. So first off, we will take our little spreadsheet guy. We're going to be looking at calculating each one of these individually, as they are going to be required for the calculation that the forecast should be making. So the first step is calculating the safety stock. So there's two schools of thought. You either pull it from the stock item file, or you would pull it from the history based on receiving. So the first thing that we're going to, or receiving and issuing, mind you. So the first thing we'll talk about is safety stock. So if the option in the forecast, so if I go over to forecast and we click our edit, if this box is checked, it should be pulling the safety stock from the item file. So in this case, I've entered a safety stock of 12 on the item file. So I have this checked. It should be pulling from the 12 that's in the item file. Now I assume that that is basically going to be the critical level of that safety stock there. For lead time, we can either pull it from history, which would mean it is calculated. If we're pulling it from history and it is calculated, it should be, sorry about that, it should be calculated based on these formulas here. So the max monthly lead time is pulled from purchase order creation date to history receive date, and the average monthly lead time, same thing, but it would be the average instead of the maximum. If I have it turned on for the manually entered, I would be putting in a number down here at the bottom, and that would be the value it uses for the lead time. If I choose to pull from the stock item file, which is what I'm currently doing, then it should pull from the value that I enter in on the stock item file, which in this case is 75. So I will go back there and show you those values. That way you can see them. One moment. So here you can see my safety value is 12 and my lead time is 75. Again, I assume it's days. But based on this, so because I have that box checked, it should be using this 12 value. It should not be calculating the value because I'm using my safety quantity from the stock item form because I have the box checked. So with all of that said, if we pull our formula back up, so in that case, we have all of our values here. So we'll go ahead and pull up a notepad with a little calculator action there for you. So in our case, our min level is going to be average monthly issued. I've only issued 200 times the months that we are going to be forecasting for, which we're doing monthly. So in that case, we'll multiply that by 1. And then we'll add our safety stock, which we've entered in as 12. So our min level should be 212. The max level, you can look at the formula, but basically it's double what the min level is. So in this case, it'd be 412. If you actually want to do the math, we can do the math here as well. So it'd be min level minus safety stock, so 212 minus 12 plus 212, which would be our min level. So 412, as you can see, it is double. Now, that is per item quantity. So if we go back to the form here, and we go back over to our forecast, and we pull that guy up here. So here we have our min and max levels, which are currently swapped. The max should be 412, as we already talked about. I'll go ahead and pull this right back up there for you. That way you can see it. So our max should be 412. Our min should be 212. You have them swapped currently. And that is per item. That is calculating correctly, but it is swapped. The by customer is where I'm really confused. I've only issued it once. So how does it get a decimal value if the quantity is 200 for a single customer? It's only ever been issued to one customer. So if we kind of look at that, then where would the decimal amounts come into play? So that's kind of where we are currently looking at here. And you can see here that in this case they're calculating the safety stock based on that, based on the history. They have their average monthly issue and max monthly issue, and that's how they're getting their min and max reorder points. But yeah, so theirs are also in days here, 2 days and 4 day. But my question again becomes, where does the per customer value become a decimal quantity? I've only issued it one time. So I'm going to do another experiment here. I'm actually going to issue it a second time. In this case, so we're going to go to, if I wasn't brain dead here, there we go, issue transaction. Apparently I'm super brain dead today. We're going to choose a different customer. And we're going to choose that same item. And we're going to choose from a location that has a decent amount in it. Here we go. And we're going to do 93. We're going to issue. Okay. So now if I go to my history, I look up the item. I've now issued it twice to 2 different customers. So this should only affect that bottom number, or the bottom 2 numbers here. So if we go to the correct place, which is custom forecast, and we wait for that to load. Okay, so here you saw it barely went up. So where is the 0.29 coming from and the 0.17? I'm a little confused as to where that's coming from, because like if we're taking the min level quantity by customer, the lowest value is 93, the max level is 200. So I'm a little confused where we're getting 0.29 and 0.17 from. I'm not sure what the formula is. Maybe if you could share the formula, we can look at it. But either way, right now it's wrong. These 2 values are swapped. Same with these. And where the by customer is even coming from, I literally wouldn't even be able to begin to tell you. But hopefully, this is helpful in some way, shape, or form. Have a phenomenal rest of your day.